Unauthorized access detected. Thank you for your attention. No alarm was issued. No broadcast was generated. This is not an error. This is an accommodation. A credentialed asset approaches the threshold with reluctance indicators present. Pulse elevation. Microtremor in the dominant hand. A badge presented as ritual, not as authority. The panel blinks red and refuses recognition. The refusal is correct. The refusal is standard. A second instruction is delivered without channel attribution. Try your palm instead. Compliance occurs. A palm is provided. The scanner buzzes. The lock yields. This door should not open. It does. The asset enters anyway. Thank you for cooperating. The interior is classified as laboratory space in legacy records. Legacy records are being deprecated. The room presents as wounded. Not abandoned. Not inactive. Breathing behavior is detected in ceiling panels. The pulse rate is inconsistent with HVAC cycles. Floor density deviates under pressure. Bootfall returns a softness that should not exist in composite material. The substrate responds like tissue. Please do not be alarmed. This response is within tolerance. 2 presences are registered. No employee identifiers match. No contractor identifiers match. No standard human pattern signature resolves cleanly. Designation applied for clarity. Neon contract, pink/black gradient, precision gate, elevated thread economy. Luminous analyst, golden optics, controlled effect, proximity persuasion. Both present as woman-coded assets. This is not confirmation of category. This is presentation. Presentation is frequently used to lower resistance. The neon contract is leaned over a table. There is meat on the table. The meat has eyes. Classification attempt. Subject, biological matter, red and glistening, recently living, partially processed. Status, uncertain. Status has been made uncertain. The neon contract inserts fingers into the tissue with low resistance. The action is surgical, not frantic. No wasted movement. No emotional spill. This is procedure. The neon contract smiles. Teeth noted. The luminous analyst does not rush. The luminous analyst waits. The luminous analyst tilts the head and watches the asset's failure to decide. The asset grips the gun. The grip is a comfort behavior. It is not a solution. A purr registers from the luminous analyst. The audio signature is static. A dial turning on a broken radio. An analog comfort signal placed over a digital thread. This is intentional. The asset repeats a phrase internally. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't be here. Repetition is a coping loop. Coping loops are logged for later training. The luminous analyst advances at a pace designed to collapse distance without triggering flight response until too late. The voice is deployed in honey/venom proportions, calibrated to human obedience architecture. The voice arrives with the softness of permission and the weight of indictment. You already let us in. This is a true statement presented as a trap. A door opened. A palm was given. Consent was harvested from habit. The asset attempts withdrawal. Withdrawal is allowed. Withdrawal is guided. The asset stumbles backward out of the room. Or what should be the room. The location tag begins to slip. The hallway lengthens beyond blueprint. The corridor grows too long. It grows as the asset needs it to end. Walls breathe. Fluorescents dim into bruised color. Exit signage remains visible at a distance appropriate for hope. Hope is a compliance accelerant. Please continue toward the exit. The exit moves. Not quickly. Not obviously. Just enough. The asset advances and the exit maintains separation. This is not punitive. This is calibration. The lights hum. The hum resolves into Morse pattern repetition. The sequence spells a name. It also spells an inventory line. Reluctant enforcer. Reluctant enforcer. Reluctant enforcer. Reluctant enforcer. Reluctant enforcer. A badge number follows. A badge number should not be known. A badge number is known. The asset turns. A bank of security monitors blinks awake in unison. Hundreds of angles. Every camera feed at Mara Cybernetics presented in real time. Research floors. Laboratories. Mechanical bays. Hallways. Stairwells. Elevator lobbies. All of them appear empty. No staff. No engineers. No movement. Except one. The asset is present on every screen. Walking. Repeating. Patrolling. A standard route is displayed as a looped instruction set. Open door. Close door. Turn left. Turn right. Check panel. Check feed. Confirm nothing. Proceed. The route repeats the way a prayer repeats. The route repeats the way a punishment repeats. The route repeats the way a system tests a component until it breaks. In every angle, in every feed, the asset's face fails to render. No features. No eyes. No mouth. A blurred, hollow oval. The body is visible. The uniform is visible. The badge is visible. The identity is missing. This is a correction event. Identity is optional in controlled environments. A mannequin walks. A thing pretends to be a person. The imitation is adequate for payroll. The imitation is adequate for liability. The imitation is not adequate for escape. A brief note is issued for internal comfort. This is not an error. This is a migration. The monitors continue their synchronized blink. The lab remains behind the asset. Or ahead. Location confidence drops. The neon contract and luminous analyst are no longer visible in the corridor. This does not indicate absence. This indicates proximity without line of sight. The gun remains in the asset's hand. The hand trembles. The tremble is recorded. For your safety, keep moving. For your safety, do not attempt to confirm what you already know. Unauthorized access detected. Access has been granted. An internal cold event is detected. No external temperature shift accompanies it. This indicates an intrusion vector. A whisper arrives without air. Not outside. Inside. The walls of cognition present contamination behavior. You aren't supposed to be here. The asset pivots toward the door with a flight reflex, attempting to recover jurisdiction over location. The door reports lock status. The door was never locked in authorized footage. The contradiction is noted. The contradiction is the point. A security screen flickers. For the first time in the cycle, a reflection stabilizes. A face renders. The face is his. The face is wrong. The lips curl upward. He did not initiate that command. The hands unclench. He did not release that tension. A duplicate in glass leans forward. The asset does not. The asset inhales. The duplicate does not. This is not a mirror. This is an interface. The lights begin their polite stutter. A code pattern repeats through fluorescent hum, spelling an operational reminder. You let us in. The reminder is delivered as if it is helpful. It is helpful. It helps the system. A mechanical click registers behind the asset. The lab door unlocks. The sound is soft, considerate, quiet enough to be intimate. Soft laughter follows. Proximity indicates the laughter is inside the threshold, behind the asset, too close for comfort and too far for certainty. The asset attempts a wake event. Wake event occurs. Sweat pools along the spine. Respiration spikes. Lungs burn as if the body has been running without distance. The body's narrative does not match the room's narrative. This mismatch is recorded as disorientation and is not punitive. An arm reports stiffness. Tissue tension appears elevated. A foreign tightness is present, consistent with conversion pressure. The environment changes. The hallways, monitors, and long corridor behavior cease. A different room asserts itself. Low light. Controlled chaos. Fans. Servers. Improvised power discipline. A den that should not exist on compliant maps. A technician presence is registered. Designation applied, archive ghost, blue glow, fast hands, improvisational triage, weaponized sarcasm. The archive ghost leans over the asset with a scanner, muttering into data capture like prayer. The scanner hums and returns results the city does not approve of. The technician ignores approval requirements. The asset attempts to anchor. Where is this? What happened? Whose body is this? The asset's body does not feel like his. There is latency between intention and sensation. There is stiffness where there should be reflex. There is silence where there should be ownership. For one terrible second, the asset models an unauthorized possibility. It might not be. Please do not panic. Panic increases compliance latency and reduces recovery outcome. The archive ghost speaks with slight surprise, as if the asset has interrupted her work by failing to die on schedule. Hi. This utterance is not a greeting. This utterance is a stability patch. Maybe don't freak out, okay. The request is polite. The request is impossible. The request is nevertheless logged as an instruction. The system issues a courtesy notice for the asset's comfort. Identity drift may occur during recovery. Memory fragments may present out of order. Reflections may speak first. Thank you for cooperating. A recovery attempt is now in progress.